Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Ali and I'll be going over my non-invasive breath alert for hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia in type 1 diabetes can lead to seizures, coma, or death, often during sleep or exercise. Children are especially vulnerable because lower body mass can accelerate dangerous drops overnight. Breath carries a measurable metabolic signal of hypoglycemia, and a youth camp study showed 91% sensitivity and 84% specificity using a 7-feature breath panel. Our goal is to provide a non-invasive second signal that complements CGMs and prevents severe events. We require end tidal carbon dioxide around 4% before accepting a read to capture true alveolar breath. The study's tube method achieved around 4.2% carbon dioxide and improved total signal by 60% with more usable features. We trained to a multi-feature breath signature defined by retention time and spectral peaks rather than the named compounds. An embedded linear discriminant model delivers a clear hypoglycemia alert directly on the device. The device pairs with a CGM to form a redundant 2-signal safety workflow. So for this sensor, we avoid single analyte chasing and instead use a compact discriminative breath panel. The panel preserves specificity when exercise breath overlaps hypoglycemia on the PCA. Carbon dioxide gating and automatic read rejection enforce alveolar quality in everyday use. A small discipline model reduces overfitting and supports the fast, reliable embedded inferences. The design follows that paper's path from the GCMS discovery to a practical nanosensor array. Biological variation across age, diet, and activity can shift breath profiles and thresholds. We mitigate variability by enlarging cohorts, stratifying models, and applying context-aware thresholds. Chemiresistor drift and humidity can also bias readings, so we add temperature control and reference channels. Sampling errors could degrade accuracy as well, so we enforce carbon dioxide gating, quality flags, and repeat read logic. Overfitting risk is contained by locking a small feature set and validating subject by subject. We position this as a non-invasive adjunct alert for people with type 1 diabetes. Our 5-year target is roughly 200,000 active users across North America and Europe. We could price the hardware at about $200 and annual consumables and services at $50 per user. This yields around $10 million in recurring annual revenue, plus one-time hardware revenue. We expect low double-digit annual growth, which is consistent with the connective sensor adoption. The core competition comes from CGMs by Dexcom, Abbott, Medtronic, and the implantable Eversense 365. New modalities include BioLink's intradermal patch, Glucotrack's vascular implant, and NoLab's RF sensor. Breath-based competitors, such as Preovent's acetone device, are also advancing through review. Our position is a fast, non-invasive second signal that complements CGMs rather than replacing them. We'll integrate where partnerships improve safety and monitor continuous non-invasive breakthroughs closely. The first patent covers composite VOC chemiresistors and selective readout approaches. And the second patent covers a handheld breath device with embedded machine learning and auto-calibration. We could plan to license or design around these filings, while filing on carbon dioxide gating and classification methods. Our claims will also address cloud logging, calibration workflows, and 2-signal alert logic. Our primary users are people with type 1 diabetes and their caregivers, starting with pediatrics. Secondary users include clinicians, school staff, and coaches who need rapid checks in the high-risk windows. The main uses include overnight monitoring, exercise sessions, and quick clinical assessments. The product experience itself is a handheld device with a companion app and guided breathing. Distribution will combine direct-to-consumer channels and clinical and payer partnerships, which is pretty typical for these devices. The device is non-invasive and not implanted, which shapes a pragmatic regulatory path. We'll pursue a de novo request supported by a locked algorithm and defined performance targets. A Q-Sub meeting will align indications, usability for guided breathing, and cybersecurity control. The main study will be multi-site with subject-wise validation during development and a frozen model for analysis. The main goal will compare alerts against capillary glucose below 70 milligrams per deciliter. So, given how competitive this market is, IP disputes are a risk, so we'll prioritize licenses, design arounds, and timely filings. Regulatory uncertainty could be reduced by early FDA dialogue and staged pre-specified evidence. Product liability from missed lows or false alarms will be mitigated by conservative thresholds and adjunct labeling. Data security will be taken care of through encrypted data flow and controlled firmware updates. Manufacturing and supply risks will be managed by qualifying multiple sensor suppliers and calibration procedures.